Justin, you got the best, the hottest band in the world.
Mack-a-magob, everybody. It is Black Sabbath Sunday, and I have a track-by-track album battle here brought to you from Michael Rutherford Jr. And Michael Rutherford wants me to put the very first Black Sabbath album against the very first Ozzy Osbourne album, Blizzard of Oz. Now, there's many different track listings for this Black Sabbath album. He wanted me to add it with Wicked World instead of Evil Woman, I guess. And I had to separate because there's some albums that have Bit of Finger, Sleeping Village as separate tracks, and I had to do that here so it can all match up. All right? So here we go. We start with the iconic, the first heavy metal song, according to me and science, Black Sabbath. And that's going against I Don't Know. Awesome album. Awesome song from an awesome album. But I got to give that one to Black Sabbath. All right. Next, The Wizard versus Crazy Train. You know, most would say The Wizard. I'm not burnt out on Crazy Train. Well, maybe a little bit. But I think Crazy Train is the better song. I just think it's just Randy Rhoads, man. And The Wizard, not saying nothing bad about The Wizard. But as you can see, if I had to choose, I would go with Crazy Train. So Ozzy gets the point here. All right, next. Behind the Wall of Sleep versus Goodbye to Romance. Yeah, I love them both. I got to go with Sabbath. You know, I might have to go with Ozzy if it was that version that's only Ozzy and Randy alone with no drums and bass. I might go with that version, but that's not the version I'm putting it against. I'm putting it against the album version, which I love, but I put Behind the Wall of Sleep over it. All right, next is NIB versus D, Suicide. You know, Suicide Solution. I could have gotten basically against D. I could have done it that way, but Joe wanted me to add both songs together. So here we go. NIB versus D Suicide Solution. Both amazing, both great. I got to go with NIB, though. It's just so iconic. Such a badass song. All right, then we got Wicked World versus Mr. Crowley. I got to give that one to Mr. Crowley. And I love Wicked World, but Mr. Crowley, forget it. All right, this is where I split things up. A Bit of Finger versus No Bone Movies. I got to go with No Bone Movies. Then Sleeping Village against Revelation Mother Earth. I got to go with Revelation Mother Earth. All right, the final song now, which is The Warning, or Warning, Ansley Dunbar band cover, versus the amazing Steal Away the Night. Could it be a dream come true now that I am here with you? It hurts to put Warning over Steal Away the Night, but I'm going to have to. And I love Steal Away the Night, but there's something about The Warning. I love every second of it. Every note of Tony Iommi's guitar solo. The whole damn song. It just oozes awesomeness. And I got to give it to Sabbath. So in the end, this is the final score. And it's a tie. Yes. There's a million ways I could put Black Sabbath against Blizzard of Oz, just changing the songs around, adding Evil Woman to it. And there could have been several ways to do a track by track with these two albums. But thank you again, Michael. And if you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And please like the video. And hey, press that little notification bell if you subscribe. And if you subscribe, you're awesome. And stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em. A god. Before we get canceled, check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast with me and Wattzilla. We are the Podcast Kings. Link to the podcast is in the description below, and also a link to the YouTube page. Check out older episodes with visuals. And very soon, either Ian and I will learn how to go on YouTube Live. Might be soon. So check out the greatest podcast ever according to science.com. It's also God's favorite podcast and Satan's favorite podcast as well. So check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast before we get canceled.